As easy as that. And once inside, I had free rein. I've been operating in the world of private intelligence and corporate intelligence for the last 10 years. Recently, my company was approached to assess the security of a financial organisation that had recently suffered a breach. We initially conducted a full reconnaissance of the establishment and found that the security measures in place were actually very good. The security team conducted foot patrols externally to the building and internally. There was full CCTV coverage throughout. The initial reconnaissance phase lasted a period of about 48 hours, in which time we were able to look online and gather all social media and any corporate material. We're also able to go through Google Maps and find any access points and routes of egress from into the building. Once complete the building, utilising the methods that we did to get in, we had ID card that allowed us pretty much free rein. Also, once we were in the building, we were also able to swipe an ID card from security personnel, which enabled us to go anywhere we wanted in the building for any prolonged period of time. The reaction was absolute shock. They couldn't believe that anybody was able to bypass the security measures they had in place, and also the amount of time we were able to stay within the premises unchallenged. In a single day, on arriving there in the morning, one particular establishment, which was an oil and gas industry office in central London, I was able to access immediately and gain access into the inner office and then take imagery of all the walls and the thermal data with the approval of the staff inside after utilising some basic social engineering techniques. I'd arrived at the establishment and realised that next door that there was a large amount of building work taking place. So I utilised a fluorescent vest and a clipboard and knocked on the door of the office. I approached initially via a different company that shared the office building, and they buzzed me in unchallenged without even asking who I was. I then made my way to the floor of the office that was of interest to me and found it to be open. I made my way inside and was confronted by a member of staff. I informed her that I was with the building contractors next door and that I needed to take imagery of the internal wall to ensure no damage had taken place. As easy as that. And once inside, I had free rein. I took imagery of, as I say, all the thermal data and other corporate, very important information. Always the weakest link will be the human element, and they're the most ripe for exploitation. If people don't stick to the guidelines that are put in place and they go off course, they can be exploited. In order to protect yourself, I would look at having an assessment done. That is a penetration test to see how your company bears up to social engineering attack. The outcome of that most likely will be internal training to ensure staff are aware of the risks. Social engineering attacks can be catastrophic for businesses and they can ruin people's lives. It's essential that you take this seriously and look at ways to try and protect your business and the people working from you from these attacks. And from my personal experience working in this field for the last 10 years, it's down to human error. And if you don't make a change, then you leave yourself vulnerable to this sort of attack.